we are planning to air this today, this is extremely popular already, so I'm just letting you know you can get it in the green or the gray that I'm sitting on. And Chad Allen is joining us to give us all the details. Hi, Chad.
Hi, Tamara. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my home. It was way too hot outside. I don't know what Peter's doing, but like it is hot. But to get us started with the Gardenila, you're right. Our regular, smaller version is extremely popular all day long, and this has become a crowd favorite this year. This is the first season we've done an extra large version based on your guys' feedback. You wanted something wider that could hold more weight. This holds, ready for this? 400 pound weight capacity. I mean, that is really impressive, but why do you need it? What makes it so special? It's because in spring, a lot of the activities, whether it's cleaning, organizing, planting, gardening, cleaning the grout, painting the baseboards, we have to be on our knees or in a seated position. And this is okay for 30 seconds. But after 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes of gardening, it's a little hard to get up. So if we take our knees up off the ground, and what I mean by that is there space here? See my hand underneath? There's space here so that if I elevate my knees, I put them on 2 layers of EVA foam. And then whenever I'm finished with my task and I'm on the ground, I'm very comfortable. Whenever I'm finished at the end of the day or the end of the season, I'm able to use my handlebars. That's right, oversized, generous handlebars, and use my arm strength to get up. I'm not going to use my hips, my knees, or my back. Watch this. I hang on to the handlebars. I'm able to lift myself up using my arm strength. In the same way on the way down. If I can get to this position here, I can hang on and then slowly, gently, easily lower myself down. Don't fall to the ground. Lower myself down to the ground. And then I'm no longer having to buy knee pads or inexpensive little cheap foam. Do you see where they're putting their knees? All the ladies in this video, I mean, they are putting their knees on 2 layers of EVA foam. I know you're used to hearing EVA foam if you watch any of our shoe presentations, because EVA foam is what's inside of running shoes. It's what absorbs the shock. That's what we want to hear when we're talking about being comfortable when we're gardening or planting, Tamara. It really is a brilliant invention.
It really is, and I'll tell you, the fact that it holds up to 400 pounds is a big deal. Those are, you know, we can't say things like that on many of the products that you see out there, but this does. So we've got it in the garden because I think, you know, instinctively you think, oh yes, when I am in the garden, I'm planting, I'm doing this number, right? Can you imagine being on the hard surface, on the hard ground, on your knees, trying to bend over and do that, and then trying to get up? It just doesn't happen very often, very easily. This can actually help you to keep your love of gardening, but more than just that. You know, I am in this position when I have to give my little girl a bath. So maybe if you're giving your kids or your grandkids a bath, wouldn't it be great to have something like this that you could kneel onto, be comfortable on, but also be padded on the knees? Maybe it's when you've been doing a lot of organizing around your home and you're trying to get to those low cabinets. Wouldn't this make that job so much better and so much more palatable because you're in a more comfortable position right here? There's so many uses. Yes, use it in the garden, but use it everywhere that you need to kneel and you need to be able to have something that's stable and comfortable. And the fact that we have, this is the only airing that we have for you today. It is a small price to pay, but Chad, when I think about literally every room in the house and all the space outside, this is a winner.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And it's not just us. Think of your neighbors, think of your aunt, think of your mom. This is that extra large version. I know we keep hitting it with the weight capacity, but right here I do have the original version, which is a great item. We've sold tens and tens of thousands of HSN. You all made this a customer pick. This is it. This is what you're used to seeing. This is the original, and this is the extra large. So if you're one of the people who have this version, now's the chance to upgrade. Hand this off to a relative or a sister or a child of yours, and then upgrade for yourself. Get the extra large version. And here's all you have to do to convert it from a kneeler to a seat. Ready for this?
I love it.
That's it. That's the assembly process to get it over. And then if I come around and I take a seat, this is always impactful for a lot of people. I have all this extra space here. Now you may put 2 kids on this by a campfire, or maybe you're camping and you're outside, tailgating, sporting events. Here's the one that producer Rocky told me the other day. Chad, taking your shoes on and off.
Oh,
Maybe
yes.
maybe you're just keeping this by the front door. But then company comes over. What do you do with it? Or it's the end of the season. What do you do with it? Well, IdeaWorks has thought of it all. I'm going to get a little closer to the camera because I really want you to see this. Do you see this bar right here? I'm going to do this from behind. If I pinch that bar, I'm able to lower each handlebar down. And what that's going to do is make it very space saving. I know you saw it in the little B-roll video before, but look how thin it is. And by one finger, it's not even heavy. By one finger, I can hang this on a hook, put it behind a door. I could put this underneath the bed if I wanted to, but when the season starts again, or it's time to plant, organize, or clean, listen to this. I want you to hear this. Did you hear that lock? It locks into place. I'm sorry, Tamara, but if I'm going to sit on something or kneel on something, it better be locked into place.
Right. That's true.
I want to know that it's sturdy and it's stable, because things that we buy, like the knee pads that you have to strap on, no handlebars, not real foam.
Right.
And the same thing with this. What are these things that we pick up? I mean, I literally punctured this the other day, but I put my finger right through it. And you want me to put my knees on that for 10 or 15 or 30 minutes while I'm gardening? No, thank you.
No,
by using the garden kneeler, you're able to use your arm strength. It really is brilliant.
That's right. And all the things, Chad, that you just showed, the knee pads, which move around, and they're the most uncomfortable if you've ever worn them, or those little pads, they're still straight on the ground. So if it's wet on the ground, maybe it's a little bit muddy or soggy or whatever the case is, you don't want to make contact with that. With this, and I'm sitting in the seated position, and I'm sitting in the gray. If I walk over to the green one, because those are your two options, and I want to kneel down, look, I hold and I kneel and I'm there, okay? If I wanted to then sit on this, I could do that as well, but I'm not making contact with the ground. It just makes it better. Of course, so I think for all of the reasons we would use it outside when we are gardening, it makes perfect sense. But I love, as Chad was saying, gardening, cleaning, organizing. Think of all the things that we do around the house that we're in a very odd position. We're leaned over, we're trying to hold ourselves and wipe something down, or trying to lean in and reach something into a low cabinet. This makes all the difference, and it means that that job or that chore you're doing is going to be done in a more comfortable way, which means you're probably gonna do a better job overall, because you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got to get out of this position, or oh no, nobody's here to help me get up. So I love that we have this for you. It's brand new, it's extra large. It holds up to 400 pounds. And Chad, when you were sitting on it, and it made me think, when I sit on it, there's room for somebody else here. Or there's room for my tools here. Or if you go, or if, you know, when you're going out to watch the kids at the playground or at the park or at a sporting event, you now have a very easy chair to bring along with you, or seat, I should say, to bring along with you. And now you're comfortable if it goes into an overtime, or if it's a tournament and they say, yeah, I won that game, now I have to wait 2 games and then play another one. And you're thinking, I'm glad I've got my seat.
No question about it. In fact, Tamara, we just launched this, I don't know, 3 days ago at I've had like one show, that was it. And I had a little a thought with the buying team. I was like, guys, we really got to change the word seat to bench. I mean, this thing is gigantic. It's not a seat, it's a bench all day long. And you know what the buyer said? Chad, you're going to have like one more show and it's going to be gone. Don't worry about it. I said, okay, all right, I'll stop talking about it. But I know producer Allison, I think we have these available on hsn.com. They're little pouches. They have 4 pockets on it. So you're talking about storing your tools. Yes. This works in the seated position or the kneeling position. They go on the handles, whichever way you want.
Perfect.
They're like $8, but really. So if you just use this as a bench or a seat, or if you're going to hang out with one of your friends and you're going to meet outside, and maybe you're not sure if they have any more seats available for you, you can easily pull this out of the back of your car, SUV, anything like that. But if you're just joining us and you're thinking, I don't have space for that, I live in a small place, I'm here to alleviate all those concerns, because the legs, the handlebars as I call them, they actually fold down. So when you're done for the day, done for the season, or done for the project, you're able to put this in the back of your car, behind a door, in the garage, hang it from a hook if you want to, because it's real steel and it's real EVA foam, but built in a way that's high quality. It locks into place, and then you're able to use this season after season. But as Tamara just pointed out, this is the extra large version. So if you have our original version, now's your chance to upgrade. Hold, Tamara, ready for this?
Yes.
400. I'm so proud of it.
I know.
400 pounds can sit on this and you're good to go.
Yes, that's right. So think about this. If it's not for you, maybe it's not for you, but maybe it's for your partner who has to be out in the garden and they're fixing the sprinkler. I've fixed sprinkler systems with my husband. Yeah, it wasn't pleasurable. This would have made it better. You know, I have painted. If you've ever done some painting and you have to get down to the bottom to the baseboards, how perfect would this have been on your knees? Think about all of those home projects. I'm going to come over there. Think about all those home projects where you're thinking, oh gosh, I wish I'd had that then. Well, you'll be ready for the next ones, because if I know anything about a home, it's never finished. There's always something more to do. In a garden, there's always something more to do. So with this, you are ready and you're prepared. And I love, as Chad showed, it's as easy as you flip it over like that. Like, you don't need any special tools to convert. Just, how do I want to sit? On my knees or on the behind area? It's totally up to you. Chad, I know we have to go, but literally I could talk about this for hours.
You and me both. And in fact, the smaller version is a customer pick. It is available on hsn.com. The smaller version holds 250 pounds. This one holds 400. But Tamara, I know coming up next hour, we're going to have a beautiful chandelier that'll match everybody's home decor. So please stay with Tamara for the rest of the block, because I'm going to be joining her again at 6:35 or something. But here, this is that smaller version, Tamara, that they're seeing on their screen right now.
Yeah.
So it's the right product at the right price.
Absolutely. You know? So Chad, that's right, stay close. We will see you in just a few minutes. But if you do want the smaller version, completely up to you. Either way, it's less than $20 to get that home. It's a customer pick on hsn.com. And if you wanted to go ahead and get that, please do it. Now, we showed that a little bit earlier, and a third of our quantity on that is gone. So if you want the smaller one, you can still get that. If you want the extra